So, what happens if you decide to become a motivational speaker? Why would one person want to be a motivational speaker? What does it even mean to become a motivational speaker? Well, number one, what it means is to inspire people to overcome a particular issue, a particular problem. And so, like, that's one of the things that people don't recognize. And for years, I was trying to be a speaker and I was getting on stages and I was asking anybody I could to talk. The problem was I was getting paid. And the reason why I wasn't getting paid is because I wasn't a subject matter expert of anything. Like, I wasn't telling anyone anything that they didn't already know, right? There was no expertise involved. And as soon as I recognized that, once I recognized that my program didn't have any teeth and I was just inspiring and being motivating, which, don't get me wrong, like I was doing a good job, but I was just missing the value part, true value. Don't get me wrong, like when we speak, even as just generic motivational speakers, you got to think about speaking like a store. You have to be specialized in something because when you're specialized in something, you get yourself in a position where you actually get paid. But if you don't specialize in something, it's really hard to get paid. And you might think it's the opposite. It's like, well, if I could speak to anybody and everybody, it just makes sense to get paid. But the reality is that's not how it works. If you don't believe me, let me explain. Imagine being a general motivational speaker, a lot like being a thrift store. You've probably walked into a thrift store a few times in your life and walked out. You never bought anything. You never got anything. Well, that's what it's like to be a motivational speaker that doesn't have a specific niche, a specific expertise. See, there's a little bit of everything, but it's all cheap, and you end up not wanting any of it. However, on the contrary, let's go ahead and say you're a speaker. Let's say you go into a very particular set of skills. Maybe it's sales. Maybe it's, entrepreneurship. Maybe it's high schools and bullying and social media. Maybe it's corporate and leadership, proficiency. Well, now you speak about specific things that can help an organization achieve a specific result. Now, at this point, now you're more of like a mattress store. When people walk into a mattress store, they're going in there to buy a mattress. Like that's what they're for. Like they're looking for that. And probably 7 out of 10 times when someone goes into a mattress store, they're going to buy. They already know that Sealy's or, Rooms to Go, like they already have what they need. So we're going there to get it. We're not just kicking things around, and they're going to pay top dollar for those mattresses because this isn't the Walmart or Costco, mattress section. This is a place where you're going to buy a $5,000 mattress. The same thing goes with speaking. And that's why you're able to get on stage. Let's say you specialize in sales. You can charge an organization $15,000 or $20,000 for a workshop. The same speech, motivation, inspiring, but you add in tactics and strategies. That's really what they're paying for, right? If you help a high school overcome bullying or overcome social media or overcome, just bad energy for the year, whatever the case is, you help a specific audience. Maybe it's veterans with PTSD, and you have specific strategies and tactics to help them with that. That right there is what you need to be shooting for when you're building a speaking business. But now let's talk about what the possibilities are. What does it actually look like to build a business as a speaker? Because this is going to blow a lot of people's minds. Brand new speakers are earning anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 per speaking engagement. We'll use PE, per engagement. $3,000 to $5,000 per speaking engagement. And so what that really means is, well, if you landed 2 speaking engagements a month, you're talking 6 to 10K every single month. And if you times that by 12 months, you're really talking about $120,000 every single year. And now you got to think, well, how long does it take to do a speaking engagement, to do a seminar? Well, realistically speaking, anywhere from 1 to 2 hours for the actual event, right? Depending on where it's at, you're probably going to have 1 day of travel and probably 1 day of travel back. So if you do one speaking job, and let's assume they're all out of state, you're really talking about 3 days out of your entire calendar year to earn $5,000. And so you're doing that twice. And so we're really talking about 6 days out of your month that you're actually working and doing an event. The rest of the time, well, what are you doing? Well, the rest of the time, you're at home. You're doing, you're writing your book, right? Because every time you do a speaking engagement, you want to be able to sell a copy of it. You want to be able to advertise it. You want to be able to, have some of those copies. You're helping people. You're a coach. You're a mentor. You're not just a speaker. You're a coach. This is what you do. You mentor and guide people toward specific solutions. That's the name of the game, right? So you're also doing outreach. And if you want help figuring out how to do outreach and be able to get in contact with people, what tools to use and what to say, that's what it's all about. So let me know, reach out to me in the messenger or whatever the case is. But you do outreach. And so if you send outreach every single day and you're sitting at home and you're drinking your coffee and you take some breaks and you hang out with your family, you're working from home and you're chilling. And then twice a month, you're like, hey, I want to go to California. You start doing your outreach in California. Hey, I want to go to Arizona. You start doing your outreach in Arizona. Hey, I want to go to Las Vegas. You start doing your outreach in Las Vegas, right? And so you find yourself in this position where you're doing outreach. Oh, I want to go to Canada. Do that. Do that. Maybe you're a Spanish speaker. You want to do some outreach in different countries, Brazil, Portuguese, right? But Colombia, whatever. Like, you get the idea. Like, wherever you want to go, that's where you do your outreach. And so that's the name of your game. You write, you do outreach, you create content, right? Content creation is huge, right? You make a lot of content and brand and help people, right? Because all this stuff is all about focusing on helping people and providing a solution to them. So when push comes to shove, you're talking about building a really high quality life just speaking. Now, this is what we're talking about here is this is out of state. But if you're doing something more local, like you can easily do this outreach within an hour or two of where you live and go home and be back in the same day. You're really talking about 4 hours out of your day getting paid $5K. And so if you were to set yourself up with that, well, now you're talking about a whole different situation because now you could easily talk 5 times a month. Do the same numbers with 5, right? We already know that 2 of them at 5K is getting us 10,000, right? So then 5 is going to put us at, well, times 2, 20. We're talking $25,000 a month just from speaking. And look, your mind's probably getting blown right now. You're like, dude, there's no freaking way. There's no freaking way, Max. You're lying to me. I'm not lying to you. This is how it works, man. This is how it works. You just need 3 things. You just need 3 things. Number 1, you need a seminar that solves a problem. That's the first thing. Number 2, you need a brand. And a brand in 2025, it's actually super easy to make. It's just content. Just make content. That's all it takes. Make some content. And then last but not least, number 3, you need a system. And you need to be able to wrap all this up in a nice little bow of just not being lazy, right? Don't be lazy. Just work for what you want. Make the content, do the outreach, create the programs, do the stuff because it's something that you love. And if it's something that can earn you 10, 15, 20, $25,000 a month on a beginner's thing, I'm talking like within a year's time frame. If you take this seriously, within a year's time frame, in 2 months, you can make more than you made in a whole year. And this is all on the low side. This is before we get to all different types of other stuff that I teach you guys. Like, for example, if you want to create a coaching program and you charge $2,000 for your service, which trust me, people want to pay if it's in the right field, $2,000, and you had 10 people, well, you do the math. We're talking 20K right there. So if you had $20,000 coming in from speaking, $20,000 coming in from coaching, now you're at $40,000 a month just from that. Team, my point is, should you do this as a speaker? Yes, you should. What are the reasons why? Well, number 1, you get to help people. And helping people and helping them overcome issues and providing them solutions, that's the reason why we're alive, man. That's what it's all about. That's what we do. Number 2, you get to change your life. You change your own life. Like, the thing about money is money only provides solutions to problems. That's what it's all about. It's just about not having problems in your life. It's about turning major problems into minor inconveniences. It's about having a desire to do something, and if you don't have money, it's a problem. But by you having money, it's no longer a problem. By you having money, it's just an idea that you can make a reality today or tomorrow or next week or whatever. And then you take your family's problems and you make those minor inconveniences. You're able to help your neighborhood. You can do all types of stuff. Help your church. It's about changing your life. It's about putting your kids in the best schools. It's about being able to buy a better home. Not a bigger home, but just a better home. Something that's more comfortable for you and the family. Right? Not have to worry about all the little things. Just swipe the card at the grocery store and just get the things you want. You don't have to worry about stuff. That's the name of the game here. That's why you build a speaking business, to help people and then help yourself and change your life, because you have the expertise. You have been through so many things in your life that you can do anything and be anything and help people overcome so much. But a lot of times you're just wasting your time working at a career that you loved at some point. But you're looking for more now. So I'm not doing any editing on these videos, by the way. This is all just one shot. I'm not even going to edit off the end of this thing. I'm hitting that button right there and I'm cutting it off. I'm going to tell you something here. Take action on your dreams and goals. If you need help, reach out to me on here, or maybe I'll have a teammate reach out to you if you want to start this thing and need some guidance or assistance. But all these videos will get you where you need to go. I have a way to help you win. This is a secret ticket for anybody who's ever been looking for one. You just can't be afraid. Talk soon.